occurring. Formative assessments are being used to guide instruction. This is an area where we need improvement. Our teachers need additional training and modeling. Summative assessments are being used more than any others. This year we have also been writing to raise achievement. We have been writing across the curriculum in content areas. We are also watching that our writing and assignments are grade level appropriate. The students are using summary point writing. This includes stopping to clarify, give an example of, make a list, etc. Our students use journal entries, essays, character studies, book reviews, letters, poems, legends, myths, folk tales, and various other forms of writing standards to increase their writing ability. The Lincoln County Writing Model is an instructional technique for teaching the students paragraph organization. It is generally used for expository writing. Each grade level has the same model, but add additional details to make it grade appropriate. This model has really improved the writing throughout the building. Throughout this year, we have been deliberate in teaching depth of knowledge, better known as DOK levels. There are 4 levels used when teaching students. Level 1 is recall, using such words as define, draw, list, memorize, name, use, report, match, repeat, who, what, when, where, and why. Level 2 is skill and/or concept. Such words would be graph, infer, classify, estimate, relate, distinguish, summarize, predict, and infer. Level 3 is strategic thinking. These words include revise, critique, formulate, hypothesize, differentiate, construct, and assess. And level 4 is the extended thinking and our highest level. We want students to design, connect, synthesize, apply concepts, critique, analyze, create, and prove. We are learning to analyze data by using data teams. The data teams recommend the revision or addition of teaching strategies. Our teams are meeting through grade level meetings and discussing what teaching practices have proven to be most effective across multiple content areas. We still have a lot of work to do in this area, but we are learning. Our goal is continuous improvement. The real value of student achievement and growth data is to show us what is working and should be replicated, as well as what isn't working and needs to be revised or abandoned. And finally, we have given our teachers time for collaboration. To be effective, professional collaboration requires time, practice, and accountability. Collaboration can take many forms, from the focus on an individual student to the development of multidisciplinary lessons to the analysis of recent achievement data. Each collaborative meeting, however, must have defined results with specific and measurable adult actions. I want to thank each of our staff that comes to work each day ready to get the job completed. I have asked them to make changes this year. Opposition to change is embedded deeply in the human psyche. Change often means loss, and loss means abandonment. Change, however, can be positive. Together, we are looking at the qualities, values, kindness, caring, and compassion that is acknowledged and preserved in this staff. This is a staff that is dedicated to the children of this community. Failure is not an option for our students. We have been given the gift of 2 retired teachers, Dr. Sheila Burns and Mrs. Kathy Childers, that are helping our K through students through intervention. They are doing a wonderful job helping the students that need additional time to be successful. I would like to thank RESA for providing us the funds to employ these ladies. I want to praise our literacy coach, Ms. Sue Salmons, for her time and effort that she gives to our students at Hamlin Pre-K-8. Her skills and knowledge are outstanding. She works with all of our teachers in the elementary and our language arts teachers in the middle school. There just isn't enough of Miss Sue to meet the needs of our staff every day. My assistant principal, Mrs. Rebecca Ferguson, is a warm and caring person who loves children. Together we work to have a school that our students will always remember with fond memories. True school success begins with us. We must be conveyors of best practice, catalysts of learning, and protectors of the whole child. We must orchestrate a complex and dynamic learning community, driving for desired results and putting children at the center of it all. I read a statement recently that said something to this extent. An 8th grade student who is not reading on grade level has an 85% likelihood of remaining behind grade level in reading throughout all of high school. What am I going to do about this? There are some common elements that must be in place for effective reading instruction. These common elements are phonics, guided reading, independent reading, informal feedback, interim assessments, extra tutoring, extra time, and writing with particular emphasis on nonfiction writing. I must keep a clear and consistent idea of what effective instruction looks like and have the ability to communicate the elements of effective instruction in clear and unmistakable terms. I must have the evidence that students are learning. I must define in clear and specific terms what good teaching practices really mean. And lastly, I must see that there is a balance for consistency on the essentials with the necessary differentiation to meet the needs of the student. Implementing change at Hamlin Pre-K-8 requires focus, clarity, and monitoring. Mrs. Ferguson and I must hold an explicit vision of what the school can be. We must have a can-do attitude. We must focus intently on creating a culture where each child can learn. We must refuse to give up and continue to believe that failure is not an option. We must be personally involved in setting and monitoring best teaching practices and data analysis. We must find time to walk the halls and keep in touch. We must demonstrate a passion and commitment to the right work and use our time wisely. We must have an intense desire to network and plan with colleagues. And finally, we must envision the exciting possibilities. With these goals, our school will make continuous improvement. And what do I see as our future needs with our LSIC? These are a few things that we have decided we need. We need a half-time custodian to be a full-time. That's something we ask for each year because there was a cutback, and now we need another half-time person. The restrooms need to be completely modernized. The elementary building needs new windows and blinds. Technology needs to be brought up to date in the classrooms. We need paving of the street in front of the middle school gym. Both buildings need painting of the classrooms, and we need a sound system that